Okay. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling good this morning. My name is Haziq Ali. I'm a revenue acceleration expert. Basically, what that means is I'm here to help you make more money with your business. Sometimes that's going to come through heart set, which is kind of like the art of fulfillment. You got the science of achievement, but then you got the art of fulfillment, the art of happiness and whatnot. The art of adjusting your attitude so that you're grateful even in the middle of the storm, so that you are fulfilled by the purpose that you are out here manifesting, right? That would be heart set. Then you got mindset, this whole place where you're making sure that you are prepared for the trials and the tribulations that come before the triumph, you know? And then, of course, there's a skill set, because even though mindset is 80% of it, who wants to get 80% across a lake? I'm the worst. But all right, let them know where you're from, because today's call is going to be a little bit of mindset mixed with a little bit of heart set. This morning, we are talking about habits of emotionally strong leaders. So make sure you check in right now. I'm about to call in on the live line. Rep your city, millionaires. Let them know where you're from. We want to know where we can stay if we're traveling around the country. We want to know whose couches we can sleep on if it should come to that. You know what I mean? Where we got family at. Let's see it right now. Let's see it right now. Throw it in the comments, y'all. Let's go.
You have something special. You have greatness in you.
Facts.
Hello, this is Les Brown, and you're in the right place at the right time.
Facts.
Because we're going to bring the millionaire out of you.
Let's go. Let's go. Hold up.
Thank you. Please announce yourself. All participants are muted.
Facts.
Entry and exit tones are off.
Let's go. Good morning, millionaires. Good morning, millionaires. I hope everybody's feeling incredible this morning. My name is Haziq Ali, and I'm just here to help you make more money with your business, if that's okay with you. I want to say special shout out to Dorsey Lynn. Good morning. Good morning. My man Adam Smith made it in this morning. Let's go, King. Sade is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. Indonesia is in the building. So we talking about good morning. He like good night from Indonesia. I love that. Cindy, what's up, Cindy? Let's go. Let's go. ATL is in the house. Atlanta, Georgia's up in here. Naptown is in the building. We getting it. We getting it. My man Mike is in the house. Let's go. Let's go. So, quick little story. When I first got involved in the home-based business industry, because many of you know I've never had a job. I've always only been an entrepreneur, right? I was super militant. I was going hella hard, but it was always love. It was ruthless compassion is the term that I coined. Well, I ain't sure if I coined it, but I made it popular. You know, ruthless compassion. That was the whole thing. In fact, I know I didn't coin it. I just remember where I got it from. I got it from a seminar that I went to. So, near the end of a particularly tumultuous period, this one young lady and this one gentleman that were on my team, they came and met up with me at an IHOP. They was like, "Oh, we got to meet with you. We got to meet with you." So I go to meet with them, and they let me know that they're leaving my team, that they're leaving the company, and that if I knew what was good for me, then I need to do the same thing. Man, I was crushed. I was crushed, man. Like it changed around a whole lot of my philosophy, because this dude was kind of like my right-hand man in a lot of different ways. You know, I would pour into this cat. I would be really hard on him because it's like I wanted to make him really great. And here this dude was leaving me, man. I was crushed. I ain't gonna lie, I was crushed. And when I talked to somebody I respected about it, they almost started laughing. And he was like, "Man, if that's the worst it ever gets, you're gonna be all right." I was like, "What you mean?" Turns out, y'all, I was such a people pleaser. I realize now that even though I was being militant, even though I was being really overbearing, even though I was holding people to a really high standard of excellence, I was still striving for popularity. And when you strive for popularity, all of a sudden, you're going to be vulnerable to groupthink, All of a sudden, you're going to be vulnerable to bad decisions. All of a sudden, you're vulnerable to compromised morals. Thank goodness I had the help of wise counsel. Thank goodness I had the goal in mind that I wanted to be better, not worse. I wanted growth mindset, not fixed mindset. I wanted emotional IQ. I wanted mental toughness. Thank goodness that those were some of my goals. Because a lot of times we think it's IQ that drives success. And yeah, being smart helps. When does being smart not help? But if you look closer at the high achievers around you, if you look closer at the people that are really making moves and making waves, what you're going to find is that a lot of it is emotional intelligence. A lot of what's driving their performance is emotional intelligence. You hear me, Samaya? You hear me, Yahura? Hey, Ken, somebody say EQ is more important than IQ. Can somebody give me that? Yeah, Miss Tatum. EQ is more important than IQ, Tina. EQ is more important than IQ, Vanessa. Come on, Calorie. EQ is more important than IQ. So what I'm going to do this morning, right, is we're going to go over a few of the pitfalls that happen when you got your priorities in the wrong place. Do me a favor, y'all, and give us some stars, like this thing. Give me a replay, gang, if you're watching a replay. That's always really important, too. Make sure you join our Facebook group, Entrepreneurishment, okay? Make sure that you subscribe, turn on your notifications so that you never miss a show. Is that fair? Make sure you share this on a couple people you love's timelines. Put it on yours. That's exactly right. EQ is more important than IQ. You feel me, Samad? EQ is more important than IQ. I want to congratulate Samad and I forget who else it was. It wasn't Dorsey Lynn, but Samad and somebody else were the top contributors last week. That was pretty dope. Appreciate that. Appreciate that. Yeah, and look at Samad sharing it with somebody already. Appreciate that, King. All right, so what I got for you this morning is some pitfalls, some roadblocks, some potholes on your road to the riches that a lot of people don't even know they're headed towards. You got me? So let's look at a few mistakes that emotionally powerful leaders are going to avoid. You feel me, Joseph? Let's do it like that. Let's look at some mistakes that we're going to avoid. All right. Y'all ready? Everybody ready? All right, here's the first one. Write it in your comments. Write it in your comments. Here we go. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, Hakeem. Straight up. All right, let's get it. Let's get it. Here's the first one, y'all. The first one is they don't waste time feeling sorry for themselves. I don't know if anybody's ever been through something emotionally trying, but there'd be a minute you want to throw a pity party. But see, you can't moan and lead at the same time. Somebody give me that in the comments. You can't whine and win at the same time. You got to pick a struggle. Either I'm going to be a whiner or I'm going to be a winner. You know, I love the 24-hour rule. I love the 24-hour rule. Look, when something horrible happens, I indulge in 12 to 24 hours of self-pity. 12 to 24 hours of self-pity, right? Life sucks for a minute. It's like I throw myself a little pity party for 24 hours. I complain. I mope around, you know. I drive my friends crazy probably. I drive my inner circle nuts, you know. But then I move on. Why? Because there's nothing worse than being in the company of perpetual whiners. People who are so negative that they could develop a photograph. Do y'all remember them old photos? Am I dating myself? Y'all don't know about developing a photograph, do you? Y'all don't know nothing about taking a picture and having to wait a week to find out the picture sucks. What y'all do? Y'all have somebody take a picture and y'all like, let me see it. Oh, no, take it again. Y'all don't know nothing about no dark room and developing a photograph, but they used to call it a negative. So my joke was certain people were so negative they could develop a photograph. You got me? Ain't nothing worse than that. Because what happens is their complaints start to spread around like a little virus. Now they're infecting the people around them. You ever had somebody go in your messenger group and then turn the whole messenger group into Losers Anonymous? Anybody ever felt that? You'll have a messenger group with your team in there or something like that, and then somebody coming in like, this stuff don't work. Nobody wants to do this. And then they start forming a little circle around a person. My name is, Todd, and I'm an alcoholic. Hi, Todd. But instead of it being Alcoholics Anonymous, it turns into Losers Anonymous. My name is Todd, and I'm a loser. Hi, Todd. My name is Margaret, and I'm a loser too. And then it just turns into a whole Losers Anonymous. Everybody jumps in there, starts feeling sorry for themselves. Oh, this is so hard. Nobody wants to fix their credit. Nobody wants to make more money. It's like, come on, man. Come on. You just want to go in a messenger group and just, right? Ain't nothing worse. Check it out, y'all. Do you know what else is contagious, though? You know what else is contagious? Yeah, feeling like a loser is contagious, but you know what else is contagious? Optimism, resilience. But it's going to take emotional strength if you're going to build immunity against all of the grumbling, against all of the whining. What you need right there is true leadership. That's how you're going to be able to inoculate the rest of the organization. The next time you feel compelled towards self-pity, instead, subject yourself to some self-directed tough love. Some of y'all ain't going to hear me. But you're going to remember this, Jeff. You're going to remember we talked about it, bro. People going to get in your group, and then they're going to start spreading all this nonsense, I feel you, Hakeem. Yeah. But what I'm saying to you is that at the end of the day, hurt people, that's true. But also healed people heal people. That's exactly right. The average person complains. We don't complain, we train. Somebody give me that in the comments. We don't complain, we train. Somebody give it to me. We don't complain, we train. Here's the second one I got for you. Everybody ready? Here's the second one. They avoid giving away their power. Hey, somebody give me this in the comments. Whatever you blame, you empower. Whatever you blame, you empower. Whatever you blame, you empower. Somebody with me? I'm going to tell you something about average people, yo. Average people do not like seeing motivated people achieve. That's why they try to lure you into another round of drinks when they know you got a 9 a.m. presentation, right? Or that's why they make, little slick sideways comments about how hard you working. Oh, you sure is working hard for them people. You sure is working hard. Yeah. The question ain't, why am I working hard? The question is, why is you relaxing so much? How come you got so much time to celebrate? And by the way, what exactly are you celebrating? Because I see your car, I see your life, I see your kids, I see what school they go to. Millionaires, what we got to do is stop letting parents, preachers, teachers, and well-meaning but underachieving friends rob us of our ambition. Every time you give in to these fools, you relinquish a little bit of your power. Every time you blame somebody else for your circumstances, you relinquish a little bit of your power. And if you keep letting them get to you, they're going to drain you. This is probably the hardest lesson we'll ever learn. Nobody wants to say goodbye to loser friends. Nobody wants to distance themselves from colleagues. It takes emotional toughness because we got it built into our DNA. We talked about this last week, that to get kicked out the tribe meant you died. There was a time where if you got kicked out the tribe, it meant death. We ain't in them times no more. There was a time when getting kicked out the tribe meant nobody's going to watch your back while you went to sleep. We not in those times no more. There was a time when getting kicked out the tribe meant there was nobody to help you hunt. We ain't in them times no more. We don't need to be around losers, right? We no longer believe quantity is better than quality, right? Just as much as healthy relationships nurture dreams, unhealthy relationships handicap them, right? You might have to quit some friends. I ain't gonna hold you. But this is the thing. You either got to change your friends or you got to change your friends. Because I guarantee you're going to find some like-minded companions to replace them with. You ain't got to erase nobody. What you do is replace them. But you got to make room. You got to make room. I don't care if we're talking about significant others. I don't care if we're talking about business partners. I don't care if we're talking about support group members. I don't care if we're talking about friends that are supposed to be there to nurture you and strengthen you where you're weak. Don't chase them, replace them. Don't erase them, replace them. Y'all hear me? Here's the third one I got for you. Y'all ready? Somebody say, whatever you blame, you empower, and then give us a share. Somebody say, whatever you blame, you empower, and give us a share. Share this with an entrepreneur who needs to hear it, y'all. This is important. This is important. All right. Here's the third one I got for you. I only got 4. Y'all still with me? If you still with me, give it up. Let me get a share. And how come y'all ain't liking this? This ain't good yet? I can't get no likes. I got to re-examine my life, man. All right, here we go. Here's number 3. They focus on what they can change, not what they can't. Emotional strength. An emotionally strong leader is going to put most of his focus on the solution, not most of the problem. A lot of us procrastinate. The reason why a lot of us procrastinate, y'all, it's not laziness. It's a coping mechanism. Why would you move forward and do something that could go so wrong? Watch this. If my child is feeling this weird thing where they don't want to go to school in the morning, where they don't want to start at this next school, there's an exercise I can do with my child that will grow them as a young man or grow them as a young woman. There's an exercise I can do with my child that'll make it so that my child is all of a sudden looking forward to the first day of school instead of being scared by it. What if I took my child up to the school the week before they started, and we went up and we looked through the door, and I said, can you imagine all the new friends you're going to have? Wow. I wonder who's going to be your favorite teacher, man. Wow. Do you know you're probably going to meet some friends here that are going to be the friends you keep the rest of your life? Can you believe that? You know how much fun you're going to have learning all this new stuff? Now, all of a sudden, their child is feeling weird and don't want to let go of their dad's hand. And my child, first day of school, is bounding up the steps, ready to attack the day. What happened there? What happened there, y'all? What happened was I focused my child on the joyful anticipation of the result we wanted instead of the anxious apprehension of the result we don't want. Am I making sense? That's what happened. I focused my child on what they could change, not what they couldn't. I focused my mind on what I could change, not what I couldn't. I can't change the fact that my child got to be away from me. I can't change the fact that this project is coming up next weekend and I got to be ready for it. I can't change the fact that this family member right here has some challenges they're going through. But I bet you what I can do is focus on the stuff I can change. I can make the environment better. I can make the word pictures I use more empowering instead of more inhibiting. I can change my attitude as I deal with this person. I can change the goals and the values that I utilize as I'm operating with this person. Am I making sense? I can focus on what I can change. Millionaires, is this helpful? I had a mentor to always be like, put a book in your glove compartment because you never know when you'll get stuck waiting on a train to pass. You know what I mean? Any of y'all ever heard that? Anybody keep a book in their glove compartment? Check it out, y'all. the alternative, of course, is to avoid traffic. It's to avoid traffic. And then when you get caught behind the train, you can cuss the train out, right? You can rant and rave about the traffic and have road rage. So many people waste energy on stuff they can't control. Lost luggage, long lines, other people's lame actions, and disrespectful to themselves sort of demeanors, right? You're wasting all this energy complaining about them, and you don't get it. Only thing you can control is yourself. It's this cat who founded this movement called the Complaint-Free World Movement. The Complaint-Free World Movement. Do you know that their organization has donated like millions and millions, over 10 million of these little purple bracelets in 106 countries, all to remind people to silence their inner hater, right? Silence their complaints. Spend that negative energy into gold. Spend that straw into gold, right? Spend that negative energy into something more productive, something more positive. Complaining is like bad breath. You notice it when it comes out somebody else's mouth, but not your own. Somebody give it to me in the comments. Complaining is like bad breath. Complaining is like bad breath. Complaining is like bad breath. Y'all ready? Everybody with me? Complaining is like bad breath. Here's the last one I got for you. For emotionally strong leaders, you ready? They refuse to repeat mistakes. They refuse to repeat mistakes. See, we always gonna make mistakes, but we ain't got to repeat the same mistakes. We ain't got to repeat the same. What's the old definition of insanity? I think it's Albert Einstein. He was like doing the same thing over and over and over while expecting a different result. That's insane. That's insane. And mentally tough people are too self-reflective for that. Wisdom doesn't come from time passing. Wisdom comes from introspection. Wisdom comes from reflection. What can you do to set aside a portion of every night to review what happened during the day? We're not talking about dwelling on errors. We're not talking about them George Costanza moments. I don't know if anybody ever watched Seinfeld, but George Costanza would always have the perfect comeback about 8 hours too late. You're like, man, I wish I would have said blah, blah. We're not wasting our time doing that. We're not doing no Al Bundy, where Al Bundy was his character in Married with Children, who would just take his hands, put them in his pants, and reminisce every freaking couple nights about this high school game where he had 3 touchdowns. You got me? We're not doing all of that. We ain't reminiscing over the past like the future will never be better. We ain't about to marinate and wallow in a bunch of self-pity over our mistakes. All we're going to do with this moment is take stock of what went real good, how we can replicate that success, how we could better our best, how we could stop settling for less when it comes to how we hold ourselves accountable. Then, yeah, we're going to analyze a little bit of what didn't go so right. We're going to analyze a little bit about how to prevent similar errors. But you see, we're focusing on what we can control. You got me? You got me? Imagine if you did that every night after dinner. Imagine if you did that every morning before you got on the call, right? Challenging exercise, because human nature seems to give us this amazing power to sum up everybody else and size everybody else up and see what everybody else is doing wrong except ourselves. I can't be the only one that notices that, right? But the mentally tough are truth seekers, right? They recognize that honesty begins within. Got me? They recognize that to know thyself is the beginning of all wisdom. And the longer I'm in this world of leadership, y'all, the longer I study people, the longer I study organizations, the more I realize that intellectual capacity only takes you so far. The higher up you go, millionaire, the less your skills and your smarts really matter. The higher up you go, y'all, it's really about your people skills. You hear me? The higher up you go, it's really more about your mental strength. The greatest leaders are self-aware, self-managing, stress tolerant, and they've got an emotional tolerance level, an emotional elasticity that allows them to navigate all this crap that's coming, the crap that would deflate most of their peers. You're going to have to get mentally tougher. Somebody give it to me one more time. EQ is more important than IQ. EQ is more important than IQ. Millionaires, I've had to quit some friends. I've had to let some people go. I've learned to stand by my decisions. I practice an internal tough love that keeps me from whining when I should be winning, when I should be taking these lessons and mining them and squeezing the lesson out like I'm thirsty. You got me? Millionaires, I want you to understand that a lot of mental toughness is being kind and tolerant. A lot of mental toughness is being kind and being tolerant, including to yourself. Millionaires, the minute I understood that, the minute I became a better, emotionally stronger leader. I hope this was helpful, y'all. Hope you got something out of this. If you want to learn it fast, there's 4 things you can do. Join a Facebook group. That's really important. The second thing is, and if you don't have the Facebook group, then you can just search Entrepreneurishment on Facebook and it'll come up, or ask the person to put you on a call. They'll plug you in. Second thing you can do is get an accountability partner. Get one accountability partner that you're going to have hold you to one insight from this morning. Third thing you can do, the S, because we're going FAST, fast. You want to learn fast. The S would be subscribe. Make sure you turn on your notifications so you never miss us in the morning. If you're on YouTube, you can just click the little bell. If you're on Facebook, there's like these 3 dots that are up there in the corner somewhere. Click those and then put me in your favorites or follow me, or et cetera, so forth. That way, when we go live, you get the notification. And then it's the fourth one is the T. Teach somebody something you learn. Maybe put it in the comments. What was your big takeaway? The T is for teach your takeaway. So please throw that in the comments right now. Even if you're watching a replay, that never expires. We would love it if the comments become a treasure trove, a vault that everybody else can get some victory from. Right? Our tests are just so we can have testimonies. Is that a fact? All right. Love y'all. It's affirmation time. Let's go. Let's go. Let's get it. Call in right now. We do not do the affirmations on the live stream because we go crazy, and I don't want to get banned. But I'm gonna tell you something. It works. All right. Repeat after me, millionaires. Say it like you mean it. Here we go. I am so happy.